29th, the second day of the waning moon of the month of Chaitra, at the auspicious Abhijit noontime junction of the day, which corresponded to the day that the great Saint Tukaram went back to Godhead in his self-same body, carried on the back of Garuda, with many, many hundreds of saintly devotee witnesses to perceive it. So, how it relates in devotional circles, but certainly we can appreciate the common saying that everyone has, you don't know what you have till it's gone. Actually, devotee association on the standard of pure devotional service is our constant association, and that which we, in our liberated, perfected state, back home, back to Godhead, can very much expect. Just like the giant Vijay were cursed by the Kumaras, this type of mentality doesn't belong in the spiritual world. Better you go down to the material world, where there's all the sinful asuras. So, Kadamba and March and devotees are, and they will for an immediate future, and in separation from the devotee, their qualities become more and more evident and noticeable and beautiful and glorious. There was a disciple meeting. I looked at it on January 23rd in Kadamba. Jayadvaita Maharaj was present, and they were talking about how Prabhupada's disciples have matured greatly, seemingly, in the separation from Prabhupada all of these decades, almost 50 years. So it's a, and Jayadvaita Maharaj is talking about in 1968, one of Prabhupada's godbrothers, he's writing, when my spiritual master left the planet, it's like the light of my life went out. And I lost all inspiration, and I became like a lawyer or whatever he did, and now I'm writing this book. And Srila Prabhupada didn't think very highly of such things. So, Prabhupada says very simply in a place in the Krishna book that feelings of separation, although painful, have a unique transcendental quality that they can pacify the heart. I will say this, that Chandrasekhar Maharaj was saying in class this morning the gold standard of what is a pure devotee before going down to the second stage of having mixed material desires. Satatam kirtayanto mam judabrata, always chanting my glories, bowing down before me, endeavoring with great determination. So our humble self, we had the opportunity to have very ample, generous, and long association with a very amazing devotee, also named Ayendra Das, and no credit of my own at all, but and quite to a surprise, without any planning or premeditation, here I'm sitting 11 years not leaving this hellish city, practically under any conditions. And that is because the happiness and just the sanity of fulfilling the order and desire of the predecessor just completely overwhelms your entire being. And this is our ticket not only out of the material world, but our guarantee to reunion. And actually we're never separated, we're always united. And our senses, which seemingly perceive distance and separation, are being purified and clarified and ultimately made ready for a very, very high and confidential platform of reciprocation of love between ourselves, the Lord, and especially the devotees, the pure devotees, and hence by the glory of this Sankirtan movement, all living entities. Someone just posted something, Kadamba said, if you look at everyone as a devotee, then they'll start to think I'm a devotee. But if in your preaching you look at people as though you're a non-devotee, then they'll think, yeah, I'm a non-devotee, and I don't want to associate with you, and they're going to go away. So, we're going to feel the loss of Maharaj Association here in New York. Devotees were saying how he always took up the challenge to do the difficult thing, try to secure Prabhupada's temple in Vrindavan, going to difficult places like South Africa, where he very much stressed preaching to the native Africans, not just the generational colonized Europeans who were there, undergoing great difficulties. So when it came time to yank New York straight, Kanana was up for the task. And as this is our place of birth and Pradada Desh and natural feeling of comfort, the worm in the stool feels happy here. I was very, very jubilant to know that he was to be here, and unfortunately, or for whatever reason, that association has been very short. So we pray to Kadamba Maharaj to put in a good word for us. I remember when he was here last June, already you could see how much an exemplary way he was going about his devotional service, knowing this was his final year with us. And I said to him, please bless me that when my time comes, I can do it as well as you. And he just gave me a pat on the back and said, oh, you'll be all right. So, okay. So, Kadamba Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you very much for your help. We're here at the New York Yatra, and I'm sure that it will continue by the disciples that you placed here to take this as their life and soul also. Hare Krishna. Thank you.